welcome back to the channel. So a couple things I got to update everybody on. I'm done being sick, so that's good. I changed my channel name to Carburetors and Coffee because everybody thinks it was a cooking channel. So the other day, actually not the other day, probably 2 weeks ago, I go into my shop. The breaker was melted actually. Didn't understand why. So the box itself, the little box, was completely melted. Thank God the breaker had tripped, didn't create a fire or anything like that, because obviously I wasn't out here. I had to redo some wiring, put a new breaker in, flip the switch, and it started to buzz and trip the breaker again. So I had to track down why was this happening. I thought it was the breaker, and it wasn't. So through deduction, the shingles over here, check this out. So the shingles are missing over there, and water was getting in. Obviously that's a problem. I've got to fix that. And then, so I noticed that it was raining the one day that I was in here, and the reason why I noticed, while I pulled down, there was like little specks of, like somebody had been sawing in here, and it was on the floor, and on my motorcycle, on the motorcycle seat, and on the four-wheeler, it just looked like little pieces of sawdust. And I knew right away what that was. It was either like termites or termite ants. So do you remember the insulation I had in here? It's all gone. I tore down every single last bit of insulation, tore it down, and ants just fell all over top of me. So over there, underneath where the shingles are missing, was a huge net. I mean, probably 100,000 ants in nests. They're all up inside the rafters and everything. I'll show you a good way to eradicate some ants, any sort of bug, flying insects, mid-air too. Right here. Yeah, it's an expensive way. It'll just instantly eradicate. There's some stragglers. I mean, the nests were just crazy. So anyways, getting back to why there was a problem. I took all the wiring out of here. What had happened was, up above me, I had an outlet. These ants got into the outlet, into the socket, and they built a nest into the socket and inside of it, but it was all rusted. Because what they do is they go to the bathroom in it, and their saliva and everything, and that's what was shorting everything out. It shorted out my entire garage. So when I put in the new breaker, it was shorting out the breaker. I had to like track down where exactly. I thought maybe it was in between the house and everything. Yeah, so that's the deal. So I said, you know what? I hate the lighting in here. If you noticed my other videos, maybe you didn't, it's probably hard to tell, but when I would raise a car, my shop lights were hanging down, and they're like the fluorescent ones, the old shop lights. I was just like, I gotta do something different. The lighting was dim. So I put these LEDs in here, which are, I gotta get used to them because they're super bright. And then I had these other LEDs, flush mounted them way up there, and it's just way better. I mean, the lighting is killer in here. When you kick the lights on, it's bright. So I got the lighting done. Lighting is on a separate track. Now I'm gonna start doing my outlets. So that's what's been going on. I haven't been able to do videos because we had like a tropical heat wave. The heat index was like 105, 104, 105. It was 90 something, but the heat index. And then when you're in the garage, geez, it was like 120. So I've been staying in the house, and I just finally got over being sick for literally for 3 weeks. I'm at the tail end of it. So anyway, that's the deal. So I'm gonna finish doing the sockets and hopefully get the four-wheeler done. Parts are finally in for that. I gotta do the starter and the Saab for my son. We're gonna do that together. The Kia's got a laundry list of problems. Now the Equinox front brakes gotta be done. But I just wanted to give you an update on the channel, what's going on, and what's going on with the name change, just so you guys are aware of what's going on. Carburetors and Coffee now, so that we're clear on that. Has nothing to do with donuts and stuff, even though it looks like I eat a lot of donuts. I don't, I really don't. Just when you hit a certain age, you start to look like you eat a lot of donuts and bread and stuff. But anyways, I appreciate you guys sticking around. So let's just continue with this project. I got a fan running, and yeah, let's continue. Thanks for watching. So here is where the shingles are missing to the outside. You can see right outside, right there. And as you can see, it had probably been doing it for a long time. because that insulation was there and I didn't notice it. All that discoloration, that's pretty much like a black mold. And this whole area is where these ants have been living. Let's see if I can show you. So up in here is where a bunch of nests were. Also, up in here is where a bunch of nests were, up inside there. And if you look, they're still at it. It's crazy. I mean, they are relentless. They just won't stop. I come out like every day.
I thought I was alone with no entourage, but little did I know I had 1 million guests of the six-legged persuasion and 1,000 guests eating up my wire and insulation too. Cast iron fence, they ate a hole right through. They chewed up my rafters and ate the wood. I must take a stand for good. Stand
Hello, Captain's Log, Coffee Talk. It's time. We're gonna go on a tour. Day 43. It's an alien civilization. Okay, enough of that. It's not day 43, but it is like a week later. I finally have like eradicated, well, let me show you. Oh, man, it's a heavy camera. I think I've eradicated the ants. They have finally vacated. I have evicted them. They got notice. They were squatters and I had to bring the authorities in. They're gone. It took like 4 cans of brake clean.
What? You got ants in your pants? 6 cans of brake clean. Eliminate the stress.
It took this stuff. I'll show you this stuff. I got the wiring done. I got some killer lights in here. It's awesome. They're LEDs too, so they're real efficient. Check them out. At night, man, this place, it looks like Chernobyl. Yeah, Chernobyl. But anyways, this stuff right here, it smells good. It's almost like cologne. I was like, man, this stuff smells good. But let me tell you, this stuff will evict you. I mean, like, I don't know if it's like just outdoor. It says no lingering chemical odor. Not true. The odor stayed for like a day. And yeah, that was pretty bad. I am seeing this. Let me show you what I'm seeing. This is signs of ants. And I didn't spray this stuff over here. I sprayed it down there and they're gone completely. But I think I'm gonna have to do some spraying over here because I'm seeing that. And I just vacuumed over here. So I bet you that what they're doing is they're nesting up in the rafters in there. But in my other videos, you might have seen the lights were hanging down. They were just everywhere, and all my old lights are in the corner over here. All my old shop lights. There's maybe like 5 or 6 of them. And these are actually LEDs right here. Flush mounted them. Flush mounted these guys. And I ran out of covers, so I'm gonna have to get some new covers. But yeah, this is great. Everything's organized and marked. Oh yeah, check this out. Ta-da! Something I've always been meaning to have. I've actually had this light in that building, I'd say 8 years anyway. So that is awesome. That works fantastic. So I was out here the other day and had to be about 10:30 at night. And I'm at my bench and I'm looking for fittings to complete the project of my 7 horsepower compressor, right? And I'm not thinking anything of it, and I have my music cranked. And I heard this, it sounded like a sneeze, like somebody, like a barking sneeze. It was really odd. And I turn around and I'm like, what the heck? And right like just about at the door of my garage door was a fox, a rabid fox, like challenging me. And if you guys know anything, if you're in the country or whatever, if you know anything about a fox, it was a gray fox. He was a little bit smaller than, now red foxes get pretty big, but this guy, he was like a little bit smaller than a coyote, but a little in between a cat and a coyote. A little bit frothy at the mouth, totally rabid. I was scared, man, because I was thinking like I was gonna have to jump up on my bench because I was trying to make myself look bigger and aggressive and yell at it, and it wouldn't leave. So if you know anything about foxes, they will leave you alone and run. They're very reclusive. They don't want to be seen usually. This guy was challenging me. So I left, and I actually have footage because he did finally leave and went out there. Check this out. Weird, huh? So yeah, that little guy had some issues. Anyway, so I'm just gonna take you over here real quick, show you the issue, show you the water damage. I think I showed that to you, but yeah, everything's been eradicated over there. I'm gonna have to spray this stuff, douse it, and it's kind of oily, which is awesome. It sticks around, it kind of lingers, which is great, which is what I needed, rather than the brake clean. I probably should have done that in the beginning, but I didn't have any, so rather than $5-6 a can of brake clean, it's 20 bucks. We spent $6 on the Raid, and that stuff is awesome. So yeah, I'll take you over there real quick, and then we'll end this video. As you can see, that insulation was covering everything that was happening. And so what I did was I took some sealant, and it's a special sealant, because I didn't have any, I didn't get out to get shingles yet. I'm gonna have to get some shingles to fix that, but you could actually see right outside. So this stuff is a special stuff that you put in to block, for now, the rain coming in, and it's actually called liquid nails. Yeah, it's special. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I didn't have anything, and it was raining when I was out here one day, and it was seeping in, and I just didn't have anything. And I was like, well, you know what? It's better than nothing. So I put some liquid nails in there for now. Yeah, I know, it's all I had, but hey, adapt and overcome. It's all I had, and it worked. It seemed to do its job for now until I can get to Lowe's and get some shingles. But yeah, but anyways, it's great because the ants have stopped. Everything's been eradicated. I mean, they were like running across here and stuff, and so yeah, I'm pleased with that they're not over here. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and spray down this way. But don't know if you noticed, but everything is different here too. I actually organized my tools a little bit better. This makes more sense. Before they were like down here, and I'm tall, so I'm utilizing my toolbox that my friend gave me a little bit more. Put my box over there, that one. The radio was over there, that didn't make any sense. Everything just making more sense, it's more clean. I know that this doesn't look like it's clean, but trust me, it is. This is all the four-wheeler parts. The Sportsman, this is the 2001 Sportsman stuff. That's the 98 Sportsman stuff. And that's gonna all be used pretty soon once I get it together. And then I cleaned up there, and I put stuff up there, which is a lot. And it's supposed to be used, and I threw out a lot of stuff. Yeah, so I threw out a ton of stuff, and I vacuumed. Yeah, actually, look, there's R2-D2 right there. So I did a lot of vacuuming. I can't wait to get the compressor going because, I mean, I don't know how much painting I'm gonna get into, but I wanna get into my blast cabinet going because I've probably had that for like 8-10 years. It's probably been more like 10 years, but you know, I wanna have that blast cabinet ready, willing and able to work when I need it and stuff. So yeah, just everything is, it feels better in here. It looks better, it's more accessible. Everything's just, you know, it's got an ebb and flow to it, so. All right, I appreciate you sticking around. That's why I just haven't been really doing videos. I have been doing the wiring. It's just taken a long time, and then the thought process of how I'm gonna do stuff when you're not an electrician. Oh, you like my little bodega lights or whatever you wanna call them? Yeah, I had those like kicking around, so like, I just thought they were just nifty. They were just perfect for coffee talk, you know? So again, thanks again for sticking around. If you're not subscribed, please consider it because it's free. You don't have to pay or anything. It's one of those things in life that you don't gotta pay for and you get something out of it. You get me. I'm just kidding. All right, so thanks for sticking around and I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo, bye.
If you're in a simple mind, grab a can, we will mine. Grab a can, open up. They shoot at my laughter, innate the wood, I must take a stand.